The Last Jedi offers the light or dark side of the Force. Immersive experience for Japan. The 4DX has kicked up the experience by using vibrations, wind, fog, and strobe lights that vary depending on which side you picked. Although 4DX is available in a few spots around the United States, Disney has no plans to release it for us just yet.
So that's like one of those theaters that like shakes and shocks.
Yeah, it's like a roller coaster type of thing, like the box.
A D-box, I think it's called.
Yeah. Pretty much like a higher grade version of that, where you got like, I'm sure, like shit going in your face and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like like black and red for dark and light, or it's green or whatever Yoda color type of thing.
Is it you're watching the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
While you're watching, it's like for The Last Jedi. While you're watching it, so like the scenes where you're on the Death Star, then like if you pick the dark side, I guess everything gets heightened for you or whatever because you've picked that side. So they're just trying to play with, I guess, that universe, make it a little more immersive.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Speaking of The Last Jedi, there was a story. I don't know if you guys saw this. Some fucking jackass. He did a cut of The Last Jedi where he took all of the women out because I guess he's a men's rights activist, whatever the fuck that means. And he took all the women out. So he took out Haldo. He took out all of the
Leia.
Yeah. I don't think he took out Leia, but he trimmed down her dialogue so that when she goes to like chastise a male pilot or something like that, so he cut out that scene. He cut out a bunch of the like female fighter pilot scenes and stuff like that. I think he cut out Rey's whole subplot, and like the cut's only like 45 minutes long. And so I guess someone posted it on Twitter, and like everybody involved with the movie just laughed at this dude. Like, dude, like you have no life. Like, why are you doing this?
Well, first of all, there shouldn't be any copies of the film, so he cut an illegal version.
Yeah. So yeah.
So why would you put that out online? Because you look like a fucking asshole.
Incriminating yourself.
Yeah, I don't know.
Crazy people, man.
There's not much to say about that guy. I'm not going to give him my fucking energy.
Yeah.
But that is very interesting that someone has that
much time.
That much time to just be like, you know what? Fuck the women and all that shit. I'm just gonna remove all of it because I'm an asshole. That's why.
That's pretty wild. That's all of my news, and I think we're moving on to Weekly Rexon.
And now it's time for the weekly recommendations.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You want to start it off?
Yeah, I only have one. It's a movie on Netflix. You can catch it there. It's called Desierto.
Oh.
It's about basically this kind of deranged loner who spends his free time roaming around the parts of the border that aren't maintained by Border Patrol. And he is killing illegal immigrants that are crossing, and he runs into this guy who is trying to get to Oakland to see his son for the first time in like 10 years or something. And it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan from The Walking Dead plays the crazy guy, and
he's like a sniper kind of.
Yeah, he's an ex-military Marine or something, and he basically takes pleasure in killing the illegal immigrants that are crossing, and it's pretty intense movie. It's a lot of intense scenes. It's really good, and one of the actors from Mozart in the Jungle, I don't know his name.
Gael Garcia Bernal.
Yeah, he's the main guy trying to cross, and the whole time he's trying to help other people who are crossing with him to survive, and it's basically kind of like a cat and mouse type of movie. Nice. Where he's chasing him through the desert, through rocks and mountain areas. It's a really good movie. It's
I've been meaning to see that.
It's really awesome. Yeah. Half of it's in subtitles because they're speaking Spanish.
Yeah, of course.
But if you can get through that, then you're fine. I don't like watching most movies that have subtitles
As
when I have to
before.
read. Yeah, so if you don't have a problem with subtitles, you should definitely check the movie out. Like I said before, I hate movies with subtitles because I hate reading while I'm trying to see what's happening.
It does get annoying after a while.
But yeah, you need this movie. You need subtitles in this movie to understand what's happening unless you speak Spanish, which I don't. But
okay, let me ask you this.
Yes.
So I love when subtitled movies are slow enough where you can see what's going on visually and still read.
Yeah.
So is it really fast? Would you say it's really is the dialogue really fast, or is it at a good pace?
It's a good pace. They leave it on there for a good minute or a couple seconds longer.
Because I would think that because that's such it feels like such a tight film that there's not that much dialogue that needs to be said. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's more
it's more in the beginning when the first 20 minutes is them meeting the coyotes to take them across the border.
Okay.
And they're kind of explaining to them what's going on, we need to hurry up. And a lot of the Spanish is more of just hurry up, come on, let's go, and stuff like that. But it's
because they're panicky.
Yeah. And oh, my leg is hurt, I can't run now, and stuff like that. But
okay.
But yeah, it's definitely a good movie. It's really awesome. I highly recommend it.
Desierto?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Desert in Spanish. If you didn't catch that, it's not dessert.
Netflix.
Yes, check it out.
Check it out. Anything for us?
I defer to you.
Okay, cool. I'll take that. So I want to do a shout out to our buddy Chris Pollock.
Yes.
He asked me to do a recommendation for him, even though he's absent this time around. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you guys all to go watch I, Tonya, which
see that.
Wesley has not been. He has been talking about this movie every day.
Yes,
you've seen it, right?
I saw it. Yeah.
I want to see it so bad. There's 3 movies I want to see in theater right now, but I don't have any time.
Yeah, but I, Tonya, it's rated R. It just came out just last week, I think.
Yeah.
It's considered a sports biography. It runs 2 hours and 1 minute. It has an 89 currently on Rotten, and it tells the incredible true story of a famous figure skater, Tonya Harding. After being on top of the world in the early 90s, everything she worked for was put in jeopardy after an attack is made on a fellow competitor.
Yes.
It's starring Margot Robbie, who is in the Suicide Squad as Harley Quinn. She's also in The Wolf of Wall Street, I believe.
She was great in.
Yeah, definitely. Sebastian Stan and Allison Janney.
Yes.
So yeah, you guys should all go see I, Tonya in the theater.
I think it's made my top 10. Yeah, it's really good.
I wish I had seen it before we did that episode. Holy shit! It feels
really
like
good movie.
It feels like The Fighter in a lot of ways.
I think I was talking about this in my Facebook group chat because we were talking about who of the actresses being considered for Oscar nominations are we backing. And some person said Sally Hawkins from The Shape of Water, which she's great in. And the first time I saw I, Tonya and I saw Margot Robbie's performance, I'm like, she's good, but there's not much to it. And then the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, yeah, I think if she were to get nominated, she'd be my pick to win because I think that she is underrated. I think most of Hollywood sort of look towards Jennifer Lawrence and the chick from La La Land.
Emma Stone.
Yeah. As the be all end all of actresses, and I think Margot Robbie has the most range out of all 3 of them together. Because if you look at her performance in Wolf of Wall Street, Z for Zachariah, Suicide Squad, I, Tonya, these are all totally different.
Yeah. A lot of different ranges.
Yeah. And she's not hitting the same beats. So.
You were saying you think that she's one of the hardest working actors in Hollywood right now.
It's people ride The Rock's wave as he's the hardest working person in show business because he's in all these big movies, but and he's box office Viagra is what they call him, because whenever he gets into a franchise, it jumps up, which has only happened once. So and that was with the Fast and the Furious movies. But Margot Robbie has 9 different movies in production at the same time, in which she's starring in. She's producing like 7 of them. I think she has a TV show going on. So she's the hardest. So for my money, she's the hardest working person in show business right now, and I don't think she gets enough credit for being an amazing actress.
And she's producing her Harley Quinn movie.
Yeah, she has like 5 different Harley Quinn spinoffs. She has like Suicide Squad 2, the Joker and Harley movie,
the Sirens,
Gotham City Sirens. I think she's supposed to have a co-starring role in the Birds of Prey movie, and then I think they're doing a solo Harley Quinn spinoff. So, and on top of that, she has 9 other projects. So she's insane. Like, she's a machine, and all the better for her because she's a great actress. So
yeah.
Definitely. Moving on, I have another pretty solid female-based film. It's Monster from 2003.
I did a film class in community college, and the day that we were supposed to watch that movie, I had to leave.
No.
So, yeah.
We should check it out.
Yeah.
I have it if you want to borrow it.
Oh, sure.
It's from 2003. It's a crime biography. It runs 1 hour and 49 minutes. It's got an 81 on Rotten. It follows the sad origins of the infamous serial killer Aileen Wuornos and her relationship, or her failing relationship. And I can't say much more without ruining the film, even though it's based on factual stuff. But if you're unaware of this woman, it's pretty interesting, and it's interesting even if you know. It's crazy. It's starring Charlize Theron and Christina Ricci, and this is known as one of the greatest transformations and performances in cinema history, according to Roger Ebert, I believe. She totally looks unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I know she looks like not like herself at all.
Yeah, she put on a bunch of weight. She looks she really embodied the lady. It's nuts. And it's funny. What's funny is right after the filming, it's like she just dropped it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh yeah, like I'm back.
It was no big deal. I shot that last week on a Tuesday.
It's fucking crazy. But I can't stress to see that movie enough, because it's nuts, and it makes you feel things. Maybe not the greatest things. It's pretty sad, but definitely worth the watch for sure. And then we can move into
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now for the movie focus of the week.
All right, and as we said in the beginning of the episode, we're going to be talking about The Town.
Oh yeah.
Rated R. It's from 2010. 7 years.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That was a great year for movies too.
It was. It's a crime drama. Runs 2 hours and 5 minutes, if you can believe it. That pacing is pretty great, and it has a 93 on Rotten. After a group of professional heistmen take a young lady hostage and let her go, one of them worries she may know too much. As he begins to spy on her life, the two soon fall in love, but things turn deadly as he tries to leave his criminal life behind. It's starring Ben Affleck, Blake Lively, Jeremy Renner, Rebecca Hall, and John Hamm.
Yeah.
So let's open the floor for you guys for any questions you might have, or just to discuss the film and your thoughts on it.
I said this to Wesley at work, that to me, The Town is Heat done right.
Okay.
Oh man!
Because look, Heat it's super influential. I mean, it's basically, The Dark. The Dark Knight is basically Heat and Seven mashed together. So, and like every crime film since Heat has borrowed heavily from Heat. But the thing that I don't like about Heat is what The Town gets right, is that it has characters that you care about. It's not like these cipher characters, which is what Michael Mann does best. So I guess in that warehouse it succeeds. But for me, I like to get like invested in the characters, and like if I'm gonna go on a 3-hour journey, which is what Heat is, I like to get invested in the characters. And from the beginning of the film, these characters are automatically more interesting because Ben Affleck's character gets involved with a witness, so you already have that element of interest in him. And then the more you find out about his backstory and about how his mom got got hooked on drugs and he didn't even know, and so like it just adds on to the